Good day. Welcome to another episode of Mindful Drawing. This week we had to postpone our live session. We usually do Wednesday mornings that I extract these videos from. So I thought I would put out something with a little bit of a talking over and talking through the continuation of a drawing from last week and expanding that a little as a kind of visual meditation to look through the act of drawing and these time lapses, which I find so fascinating, and integrate some other video work I do in general that's a way of drawing through computer animation, modeling, and simulation. So this is just kind of a fun video project for me to explore a little bit, but then also I'll narrate over it and give some context to what's going on, and think about how a drawing that starts as a mindful practice, as a series of repetitive steps of breathing and connecting the body to the page, then develops into a creative practice and can inspire more visions. As we breathe in and out, drawing from start to end in this cyclical loop of the circles, placing the pencil with intention at the beginning and working our way around in a smooth sweep of the fingers, the wrists, the arm, and the muscles. We produce a series of circles that can expand, spiral, extend, and layer outwards. We connect our breath to the movement of our hand, taking time with each circle, bringing that attention to how we make a mark on a page and how that mark can reach out and begin to form shapes, landscapes, and configurations. But as our attention is focused just on the moment of the mark and not on the composition of the whole page, it is up to our subconscious and our eye and hand to guide the image. All the attention we bring to breathing in, starting the circle, breathing out, completing the circle, attaching its tangent to its next edge, and coming back around again. But after you put down enough of these circles, after the repetition generates a configuration, it's time to go look for new opportunities within that. Here, continuing with the medium of the colored pencil and starting to have that color extend beyond the edge of the circle to fill the voids and spaces between formed by the different trajectories. Bring each color into play, starting from its own world and context and often blending or extending to connect with the next layer of information. This is a moving in and out. Again, a very focused attention to how the hand and eye connect to this tiny detail of space that forms between each circle. Filling in the gaps and letting it thicken to an edge, something with materiality or texture or almost a flesh to the lightweight framework of the consecutive circles. And in this, there's so much opportunity for the highly detailed work to just let us escape into the focus of our mind and empty all of the other thinking into just the act of creating by filling and connecting these marks that we've made. I think seeing what was such a deep and attentive process, really being connected with that technique and the consistency and repetition, but also looking for the opportunities of variation and play and creativity to tie together this kind of found condition of all of the bubbles flowing through the page is fascinating to see how decisions were made. And often there's long stretches of consistency which help to give a cohesiveness to the artistic work or expression, and then random anomalies, places of exploration, extractions, and experimentation that create new overlaps, like when the colors begin to blend or have to work around each other and negotiate, and I begin to make some new decisions to add more density or layering to the circles to fill out an area of the drawing. Here I spoke with my partner and she says, oh, it looks like a living thing. Maybe like an octopus or something, all these tentacles on the bottom of a piece of glass. And so that got me thinking maybe we can give it a bit more biological or organic nature once this fleshiness of the color fills in the spaces between the circles. I think it's important from time to time in a creative practice, whether it's just for the mindfulness and the relaxation and that feeling of expression and communication out on a page, or if it's part of your artistic work, your daily practice, that we challenge ourselves, just like with the repetition, with the consistency of technique. And so even though I might have developed an idea or concept, I give myself the discipline and the intention to really fill out all of those areas before jumping in and finding a new dimension to the drawing. And here, just giving everything a little more thickness, building upon those circles, using the rhythms of the drawing's already existing presence that's connected back to me, my breath and my mindfulness, and then allowing that to pull these from the plane of the page, the two-dimensional layers and shapes of circles, into something that feels three-dimensional, thickened, more moving and alive. We should be back next week with a set of new practices to get our minds and bodies and hands connected as we use drawing as that creative medium for easing into the void and having a little relaxation to our Wednesdays. If you want to see more, maybe get more into this digital technique as another form of creative, mindful practice, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you next week.